What's good, everybody, man? We are back with another episode on Qualified TV. Man, gang. Look, I'm glad I'm finally got to do one of them in person. I already had one of my close homies from the crib on. This is another one. I'll let him introduce himself and tell y'all just a little bit about himself before I get into the questions. Yeah, go ahead, introduce yourself, big dog.
What's going on? My name is Elijah. Everybody call me E, or just drop my name without the E and just say Elijah. Or, you know what I'm saying? Some people actually call me Crispy. Like, I got friends that call me Crispy. But that's cool because that's the name of my barbershop. Crispy Cuts Barbershop, 3271 North Houghton, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, in the Harambe area. Making sure we represent for not only our people, but making sure that we still leave an impact on everybody here.
Of course, always. Dope ass nigga, I ain't even got into no questions yet. But for sure, man. I start off with everybody. So, man, I've been knowing you for a while. So, I feel like I know the answer to all this shit. It's been
let's see.
It's been a good meal. Like, let's see. Been a decade, bro.
10 years.
10 years, bro.
Locked in.
Yeah, locked in.
We got a bunch of homies.
Yeah, man. But so, did you always? I mean, but you started out like you was playing instruments at first. Like you was. You was a musician at first.
I still play the drum.
Yeah, you still get busy. But so how long have you been cutting it? When did you figure out that like cutting hair was something you wanted to do? That was a service you wanted to master and really perfect.
Oh man, I was 13. I ain't gonna lie. I was 13. My dad was in prison, and he had some beat up Fade Masters with like the blender blade on it, and I didn't know how to use it, so I picked them up and was in the bathroom messing with my stuff. I ain't gonna lie. Mom's was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Man, I'm trying to line myself up. It's taking too long to take it to the barbershop." Man, we bounced around barbershops for so long. My uncle cut hair, but he like cut hair at the crib, and he was always cracking. He stayed on Long Island and was like cutting up the whole hood. If you wasn't getting your hair cut by him, you wasn't nobody in the neighborhood. I swear. Like, he had an apartment building. It was like a townhouse. It was a stairwell, went upstairs to your apartment. Like, we'd be on that stairwell lined up. Like, to sit on the step, on the chair, and get our hair cut, bro. I swear. That's walking crazy. Out of there so fresh. But I got tired of it, actually. I got tired of it. Started practicing it on my head with my daddy clippers that he had. And was getting them repaired in Racine, keeping them up to date. Like, legit was like having my mama take me out there. I asked her a couple times if she didn't do it. I ended up finding somebody, and I ended up learning how to mail them off. And so they always kept me together with the newest gear. Especially when I see something on YouTube, I try to buy and save up my money. Because I was cutting grass. I wasn't getting paid for playing the drums at all. Like, we was getting a love offering of like $25. Literally at the end of the service, they were like, "Oh man, here go $25, thank you." You know what I'm saying? But that was cool because I was really playing just to enjoy myself. Because I had a real ear for music. Yeah. And I don't know, somewhere along the line I lost it, but I still have it. Like, I still play once a month. Yeah, once a month now. It used to be 2. Our old drummer came back, our young drummer came back, and then COVID hit. So it kind of like, my last time I played was like March, the first Sunday in March.
Damn.
That was the last time I played like a full service, and I can't believe it. But going from there, cutting hair at 13, like starting on myself, practicing on my little brother, and I was messing his head up, bro. Terrible. Like, I feel bad. I feel like some of his work that he got in his head, like, it's the way his head shaped, because you have to make his line.
Right.
You know Momo, yeah, bro. Dude 21 now. That's crazy.
Shit. Jesus.
But went from there, cutting hair, practicing. 8th grade, cutting hair during recess, literally during lunchtime. I had a teacher who let me cut her hair during class one time. But no, so I went from 8th grade to 9th grade where I met y'all and was like trying to get everybody, and niggas was just like, "No, I'm not letting you cut my hair, bro."
In high school, that shit started to matter.
Yeah, man, hold on. Like, it's girls
rocking with
you. We was doing beam. Beam was cracking spray beam, like in the dog can.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't mastered that until like junior year where I was able to get them angles. By that time, it was sweating hot. I done gained weight. Walking through the hallway, busting sweat from the basement to the 5th floor.
I'm super weak.
Yeah, bro. It was over with. But then I started practicing cutting on my friends in high school. Built me my clientele, actually. You know what I'm saying? House visits, cutting out the trunk. Man, in the garage, the bedroom. I had a drum stool, drum set, drum seat. I was, cutting hair on that in my bedroom, bro. until I got my crib. Turned my second bedroom into the barbershop. It was funny because not a lot of people know that I had named that room. It was called Sanctified Hands. I was real churchy. Bro. I was a real church kid. Dog, from a hood family.
Yeah.
A church kid.
Right.
To the hood nigga. Like, how did that work?
You'd be surprised. I mean, it's hella people like that though. Like
2700 West Brown. Pastor Jolly's my pastor. If you ever in the city and want a good word, good message, come holler at us. Service start at 8 now. No, it used to start at 8 and 11 because of COVID. We got one service and it's at 9:30 and we be having to be there at 9. I be tired. Bro, I be tired, man.
I bet. Who don't be tired on Sunday morning?
Man,
I can't.
Did you have one of them parents where you woke up on the weekend and you try to chill and then it's like plenty of music playing, breakfast going on, next thing you know, y'all in the bed too long, the house need to be clean and
Absolutely.
oh
Man, listen, I didn't have too many rest days. I didn't have too many days on the weekend where I was chilling. But I was up by 9. Look, cleaning something.
Now that I think about it, I've been holding clippers for a while. Like,
yeah.
I'm finna be 25 on Thursday. And
That's crazy.
I fell in love with cutting hair at 13.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't think it was gonna go this far.
In terms of like you, of course, like having your own shop and
Manifested
shit.
into a barbershop, a family business, family oriented, you know, stable income. You know what I'm saying? Not just for me, but that people that work here.
Yeah.
Like seeing their paths, their walks of life, and how, you know what I'm saying, they turn into a profession. It's dope. It's super dope.
Yeah, so how, like, kind of talk more about that. How does it feel knowing that, like you said, not only are like you good and you doing something that you love to do, but you literally have a space where you can offer an opportunity to all types of service. Like you got other people who cut hair. I mean, I got my hair braided here before. Like, you know,
it'd be cracking. So like, we do some of everything in here, like from sew-ins to wigs to glue-ins, eyebrows. The other girl do waxes. The other girl do makeup. We got a dread girl now. Like then we got 3 good barbers. Like, oh my God, I love my cousin. My cousin Domo, dude, he cold. He cut my hair. I can't wait to get cut. I'm getting cut twice this week. That's how you know it's cracking. On the real. Then we got a Mirror. Mirror been with us. He going on his 2nd year. And he cracking too. He just had a baby. Congratulations, my boy Amir, Michigan Barber. On his baby girl, he just had her last week Monday. Today make a week. She was a week old. And we all got girls. Oh my goodness, that's our karma.
But man, yeah, like talk about that. You was the first one out the crew.
Oh my God, I was.
You was the first one out the crew.
Oh my God.
What, bro?
I was the underdog. Well, I was more so like, I didn't think I was gonna have no kids probably till about this year. But no, I ain't gonna lie, we just sat down and after we found out we was having a kid, it kind of humbled me a little bit.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, it made me dig deeper into my bag because I was trying to do some of everything. I had 2 jobs, was opening up the barbershop, was, you know what I'm saying, doing side jobs, my own TVs, yard work, working on cars. Like, I was trying to do some of everything. I kind of wanted to be like, an Einstein of the neighborhood. Like with my hands, like I wanted to be able to do some of everything with my hands. Like, and then, having that motorcycle accident, that was a setback.
Yeah.
And that was the first year the barbershop was open. So it was like, so how the barbershop came about?
Yeah, I was gonna say expand on that.
That's crazy.
What led to it?
How that came about? It actually fell in my lap on the real, like straight from God Himself. I was doing like events throughout the city, free haircuts, and ran into this lady named Andrea. Her son is a DJ RC. So I ran into her at a birthday party, and we just was chopping it up. She was telling me how she cooked and everything for funerals, and like I did that too. Like we did the repast for the people at our church, cleaned up, cooked the food, served them, make sure that they, you know what I'm saying, felt love during their time of need.
Right.
And ran into her again, giving back Thanksgiving at the Salvation Army. And she was like, "You still cutting hair?" And I'm like, "Yeah," you know what I'm saying, house visits, traveling, out the car, whatever, you know what I'm saying. My 2nd bedroom at the time was still the barbershop. So I'm like, I just had it cracking. And she was just like, "Well, I got a shop, but my landlord got another building that's not far from mine." And so I'm like, "Put it on the line, what up?" And at the time, remember, I was working for Heritage Solutions, and I was making some good money. I started out making $13 an hour at 19, and turned 20. You know, they gave me a raise. Turned 21, got another raise because now I'm 2 years in.
Right.
Not only that, I was a supervisor, so I think I ended like somewhere between $18 and $20 an hour, and plus travel time, plus mileage, plus my hourly, and that was dope. So all that money I was just sitting on, didn't know what to do with it.
Right.
Got some rims, some music in my car, started remodeling the crib, painted the whole crib. Like, dang, my landlord was like, "Why what you painting for? You ready to paint already?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Man, you can be here 6 months, then you can paint." I made it a year and painted the whole crib, remodeled the bathroom, all of that, just so I can, you know what I'm saying, get into a position where I didn't know what I wanted to do with my money. So when she fell in line and brought the shop up idea up to me, I came by here, found the shop, saw it, walked around it, couldn't get in because she was taking forever. So I kind of was like, this is a discouraging sign. And she finally showed up, this Asian lady, speak barely like any good fluent English, but she can speak English. Came in, showed me around. It was cold as ever in here. It looked like somebody just threw up on the walls. And then I liked it, so I called my dad, went outside, called my dad. And mind you, this whole time I'm like praying, like, because me and my dad was rocky, like from Tyler on up to adulthood. And I just wanted something that we was able to try to like mend that with, not only with the family, but to give our family something to hold on to and have something to grow with. And just leave our mark on the neighborhood. Because we grew up on Richardson Center, Palmer and Chambers, which is around the corner, so it's like, having that background in the neighborhood to actually know where stuff is, know who people are. You know what I'm saying? It kind of was cool to say that that'd be a good area for us to be in. And the foot traffic was great. Plus, it was like, I didn't really know too much about business outside of, you know what I'm saying, the regular stuff not to do. Like, I'm not finna spark in front of no clients. I'm not finna pull out a bottle of here and just give out shots to all my clients. I would. I ain't gonna lie. But... But that's another story. But so long story short, called my dad. It was like, "Come, I need you to come look at something with me." He came, pulled up, which was rare because we definitely didn't have that type of relationship. And he came and was like, "What's this?" I'm like, "Man, it's a shop. You know what I'm saying? Come check it out with me. I got some plans." And he was just like, "All right." Came in, looked at it, talked to the lady. 10 minutes later, you know what I'm saying, I asked him, like, "Hey, she's selling it." She told me she give me a good deal on it. Trying to go in with me, and he was like, "Huh?" I'm like, "He ain't trying to go in with me. I've been praying about it." He was like, "All right, what she want for it?" Told him what she want for it. He was like, "Oh man, I'll go get that out the bank." I'm like, "I got it in my pocket." Well, he like, "Man, let's do it." We went around the corner on Burla and sat and had coffee at this little coffee shop over there. I forgot the name of it. I don't even drink coffee. I just went in there and got me a muffin. Sat there. The lady came in with the lease. Signed the lease, gave her the paperwork, gave us the keys. We came back and the keys didn't work. And when we found out, we had to figure out which keys it was, and we had to find out you had to unlock the top lock in order for the bottom lock to get unlocked too. It was because it had like a security lock on there, like some stuff that you ain't gonna be able to get out the shop if you're trying to break in or if you're trying to leave. So it was pretty dope. Went from there and went straight to remodeling like that next week. So we got it December 5th, 2017, and literally started slaving to get it together. Like, I'm like, we got to set a deadline. We want to open. It's coming into the new year, 2018. We was like, man, okay, the 27th, let's just set a deadline, the 27th. We need to be done by the 27th. We want to have a grand opening, a soft little party or something. And that's how it went. And next thing you know, it was up and running. Like, we had ordered, my dad ordered the wrong chairs. He ordered like wash seat chairs, and it was like the hydraulic pump was like 10 inches, and it wasn't really pumping up the chair. Like, nobody could ever sit in them chairs and we'd be able to cut the hair, bro. Like, the new chairs came the day before the grand opening, bro. I was in here till like 3 o'clock in the morning with my little brother, putting up the mirrors, putting the chairs together, making sure everything was good, setting up. The decorator girl, she was in and out. My mama was in and out helping decorate. My daddy, it took 6 of us, me, my pops, my cousin, my little brother, my uncle, and my youth pastor. Like, we was going nuts. Like, electrical,
Yeah.
Man, it took forever to get the city ordinance, like the occupancy permit to be able to be in the building and operate. Man, it took them a whole year to finally approve me. Like, literally, because that's how much stuff that they was, like, trying to find stuff that was wrong that wasn't nothing wrong with. Literally, like, the plumbing inspector came in and was like, that doesn't need to be painted, that needs to be replaced at the same day. He come back in like, oh, I forgot to mention the bathroom P-trap. They don't want those P-traps anymore. You got to get a new one. I'm like, all right. I had one in the trunk of my car and went and put it on legit. Like, 'cause my uncle taught us how to do stuff like this. Man, that's what I miss growing up about too. My uncle taught us how to do a lot of carpentry, so I saved a lot of money with us doing a lot of the work ourselves.
For sure. Yeah, man, and I think just even that whole story about how it fell into your lap, I think just is a testament to how much you grinded. I mean, like I said, from high school, like we all saw you like selling shit in school, like selling candy in school, like all that. You always had a hustle. You always had a way that you was gonna make money, and I think that's something that. Honestly, again, I say this with everybody I talk to from the city, but that's just something the city do. Like, you just can't be in the city and not do it. You know what I'm saying?
Like, it's all the old heads, all your relatives. Somebody made you want to grind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody was doing something. Somebody was making something happen and shake to the point where you ain't had no choice but either get on the ball or get lost.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because somebody's lane was cracking, or somebody was doing something and you needed a way, an outlet, somewhere to make some money. That where you wasn't out here selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? That's hard. That's a hard thing to fall into because I did it too, and a lot of people didn't even know that I did with that. You know what I'm saying? But that was able to get me through a financial standpoint crisis in my life. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know what I'm saying? I was giving up because I ain't had nowhere to turn. And working at Taco Bell. I was working at Taco Bell. I was picking up all the hours.
Right.
They don't want to come to work. Call me. Well, I don't care what time it is. If the shift started at 8 and you calling me at 7:55, man, I'll be there at 8:15. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted all of them, man. I was going crazy. They ain't trying to give me a raise, bro, until like I left and got that better job.
Damn.
Like they was trying to give me like $11.50 and then make me a supervisor. That means all the stuff that I was gonna be doing was something like too heavy on my plate at the time. No, bro, it was not with that. Not at all.
That's real. I mean, I don't remember a lot of the details about it, but speak to because it was like, were you, nigga? Did you get arrested?
Yes.
Okay. because I'm sitting here like I know something happened.
I went through it,
but it was low key feel like hellas ago.
Oh my god.
So it's like
it was our senior year. It was the summer of our senior year.
Right. That okay. Cool. But yeah, I mean, but
July.
Speak
I
to
hate July. I hate July now.
I bet. No, but speak to that in terms of
July.
Yeah, but speak to that in terms of just how it shaped you, how it changed your life, how it changed everything.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, what happened was honestly, my senior year, bro, was cracking. It was just so much was going on. Yeah. A lot of death, a lot of depression. It just was like, it was a rough year. Relationship issues, couldn't choose, didn't know what I wanted to do with myself, didn't know where life was headed, was applying for schools wasn't messing with me because my GPA cum was low. Like, I ain't know none of that. Moms wasn't trying to get no information for fashion. You know what's crazy? I'm the only student from our, I think, class that didn't do their fashion.
Like ever?
At all. Like legit. Because my mom wouldn't do it. She's like, why do you need all that information? That's personal.
That's a black mama for your ass. That's a black mama for your ass.
Bro, that's funny. I ain't gonna lie, that is funny. What we was talking about? Going to jail. Oh man. Nichols got me a job, bro. Working at the county parks.
Right.
Yeah, he was like, man, do good, bro. You pass my quiz or my exam, bro. I'll do it. Man, I ain't gonna lie. Nichols was a real cat, bro. I was only in Nichols' classroom because my girlfriend was at the time was in that room, in that class. And that was the only class period we had together. And I wasn't doing none of that work. I got into it with people in that class. We should fight in that class. All type of stuff. And we did like this 10-page paper. And I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not finna do this paper. Can I do something else? Like, I'm only in your, and I told him, I emailed him, like, I was only in your class because my girl was in there. Like, swear. I don't even know what your class be talking about. You be funny. You be having me rolling when you be in here acting drunk when you be trying to do, like, the characters and stuff from the history lesson. But that's it. Like, I do not be paying attention to your class. He like, man, just write me a page, the 3-page paper, maybe front and back, I think it was. It was, like, teaching me how to do something. I'm like, okay. I taught him how to do a high top fade. You can't tell me I ain't little cutting hair at the time.
Actually do a paper
I told
tuck.
him how to do a high top fade. He brought it to me while we was picking up our senior books and stuff, our cap and gowns and stuff
Right.
in the line, and gave it to me. And it had a fat A+ on there. He was like, "All right, man, I'll see you in the summer," because he was the district manager or whatever. He was like the regional manager over the parks at the time.
Of course he was.
Basically, had me plugged in. Man, my dumb self took some money, took a few skis, got caught, went to jail, and missed my opportunity to go MA. I had to go through all that hurt and discipline with my parents. Man, my siblings was hurt. I ain't gonna lie, sitting in there that first week I was in there on my initial hold, seeing that they found probable cause and extended my 3-day stay, and all the homies in there telling me I'm going home, my case finna get thrown out. And wrong answer. Went through that from like July. I think I got extended in October. I had to turn myself in like October 22nd to the House of Correction. That was so crazy. My girl drove my car at the time to drop me off at the House of Correction to turn myself in for me to do my time. And then come home and do 2.5 years on papers after doing 90 days. And then I didn't even do the whole 90 days as the House of Correction. They put a, 30-month stay sentence if I messed up, or dropped dirty, any of that. Like, that stuff was hectic. Like, I never thought I'd be going to WCS building on Wisconsin to go drop drug tests every day at 4 o'clock. I mean, every Monday at 4 o'clock.
Right.
Man, I lost my job. I was working temp service and was all the way in Menominee Falls, fam, and working a job cleaning fans, folks. Like, so like, you know how you make those metal fans and then they powder coat them and like the metal shavings be on the edge?
Yeah.
I was in there, bro, with a grinder, shaving all of that stuff off, a sander, a hand sander, going through there, getting all the grooves out of there, finish it, shake it up, blow it off, go set it on the rack, grabbing nothing. Bro, trying to eat, trying to make some money.
Right.
They made me do restitution for taking the money and giving the money back. It was like, man, going through all that really set me back, bro. And I was ahead, I was doing good, was living, no felonies. They smacked me with a felony for my first offense. A felony. All because I wanted to be stupid and was being desperate because senior year was so rough. And I wanted to get out of my parents' house. Like, me and my dad fist fought February 14th, again, senior year.
Damn.
Literally. Like, came to school and was wearing big old shades because I had a black eye and busted lip because I fell down the stairs and hit my chin on the stairs and my tooth came through. That's when I grew my beard out first initially, and I grew the middle piece out, and it was so full because I didn't like the scar that was underneath there. And I went through some trauma, like not even just in the household, but just mentally, like trying to balance everything. It wasn't right. Trying to balance being a church kid, trying to balance being in the street, trying to balance girls and being a good sibling and trying to learn how to become a man without having a man, you know what I'm saying, to show me. Like, that was hard. That was super hard. Yeah. So, like, now looking back, like, I ain't gonna lie, if I wouldn't have went through a lot of that stuff, it wouldn't have shaped me into be me. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I was so smooth at that time frame of time, or at that point in time, where I didn't really care about much. If it came, it came. If I wanted something, I was gonna go get it. And it was a real relief to my mom too, and that's why I wanted to eat so hard, because that was one less child she had to worry about buying clothes for, buying shoes. You know what I'm saying? She did a really good job raising us. She did the best that she could. I never knock her for anything that she did. Like, we going bowling tonight, and I'm excited to go chill with them. Literally. Right. We do like Sunday, Monday bowling nights, and that'd be cracking. So yesterday we had the little party with sis. So we didn't go, but tonight is cracking. I'm shooting for 300. Got my own ball. 300? I got my own ball. I got another ball that's getting made. I got a 10-pounder. I got a 12 pound getting made. And then guess what the name of the ball say? Oh Lord, what is that? Crispy.
Wait, so you prefer to bowl with the 10 or the 12?
Actually, since the accident, I bowled with the 10.
Okay.
But I've been working my way back up to the 12. So I just ordered one. It should be done. Hopefully it's done today at Boleros. They be playing, bro. They be playing.
Yeah, no, that's
a catch them.
That's the one thing you left out. Like, you didn't talk about. You alluded to the accident, but you ain't talk about that.
Oh, the bike accident?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I fell in love with riding motorcycles at like 16. I was stealing my daddy's motorcycle, bro. I'm telling you, if my dad would have been like a good pops, like he did what he could, because he just was a street dude, like, and I be trying to give him that, but it's like if he was there and like all the time, he would have been able to experience and have those memories with me.
Yeah.
And then like, so now like as an adult, and when he did come home and we was able to ride together, I swear I can count on how many times on one hand me and my dad rode motorcycles together. And I wanted to ride because he was riding.
Right.
I wanted a bike because everybody else had a bike. I'm like, I'm 18 with a bike, with a motorcycle. I'm like, that is cracking. He came home one day and was like, we're back in the garage. I'm like, wow, he was beat up. Caught it for a G. The dude had just smacked it. Man, I ordered them parts off of Amazon. Called my guy over, asked my youth pastor, can I borrow his air compressor? When he got some paint made in Franklin, because I didn't know we had paint stores here. Man, they made the wrong paint. So it was supposed to be Camaro orange, like Inferno red. It was supposed to be that Camaro orange. And they ended up giving me switch-based silver. Switch-based silver. I'm like, that ain't even nowhere near compared to what the color is supposed to be. So, because I was on time frame crunch, like, I ain't want to do none of that extra stuff. Man, I painted that bike in the garage. My guy came and showed me how to set up my air guns and stuff, my paint guns. And I did good the whole first summer. Put it up in the winter, pulled it out the second summer, got it registered, put the new plates on it, title transfer, because I was finna sell the bike the first day I brought it out. Turned the insurance off because I'm like, I ain't finna have it, you know what I'm saying? And literally on the way home, Cinco de Mayo, from here to meet up with the dude to sell my bike, I get smacked on Tatonia and, what was that? Tatonia and Villard.
Damn.
Right there by the BP, the CVS,
Yeah.
and McDonald's. Yeah, so we was at the intersection on Tatonia and Villard. I'm sitting at the light. So mind you, my bike like was dope, like tricked out, lights, neon. My pipe, I took my pipe off and ordered a new pipe, but it sounded real good with like the shorty pipe on there because it was loud. So you can hear me when I'm coming. So he come out the BP, the light red for me, so the light turned green. He come out the BP, it's a Tahoe, 2000 Chevy. First truck I learned how to drive in.
Sheesh.
Literally, I took my road test in that truck, so I knew that truck.
Right.
So I go through the light turned green, go through the light, he already out, he going straight, I'm coming straight. So you hear me, I'm on the side of him. I'm like right here. He pulled over and bust a U-turn right into me. Like, it was that fast. I couldn't slow down, couldn't speed up, couldn't do nothing. Like, when he hit me, I was holding the clutch and the brake and was finna step on my foot at the same time to, like, break the bike down. And dude cleared me. Like, I flew. He hit me, I flipped off my bike, over his hood, in the air. Like, I'm flipping and seeing all the ground. Like, whoa, no helmet on. The brand new hockey jersey that Steve them had just dropped, Steven Real, the 24 hockey jerseys. And I had on the burgundy 24 underneath there. Because I was going to take that one off when I got to where I was going, because that was like basically my shirt, my jacket. And it was big and white and blue, so you can see me. So I'm like, I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do besides have my helmet on, because I ain't want the dude to try to buy my helmet. Because I like my helmet, so I left it in the car. Bro.
That's not funny, but like.
Smacked me, fam. I slid like 10 feet. My bike was on the other side. Like where the fire department is, my bike was on that side of the street.
Damn.
So it was a legal U-turn. He did hit and run, failure to notify the police, and then driving, what was it? It was another ticket they had him with. It was like, I don't know, whatever it was stupid. So he had 3 tickets. He ran. A lady her husband got out the car, the lady chased the dude down, got the license plate, came back to me, put a copy of it in my pocket, and gave a copy of it to my cousin Damo's brother. His brother just so happened to be the dude riding past, like, stay down, don't get up. Ooh, stop moving, you know you ain't supposed to move. And I kept trying to get up, bro. I ain't know my hand was broke. My dominant hand that I cut hair with was broke. Looking like Nutty Professor, bro, like, swole, like, look at that scar, bro. That's an ugly scar. It was like this big and like 4 pins, like the pins that went all the way through to my middle finger. All of this was broken in 4 places, so like I was helpless. That year, opened the shop, literally told my pastor I was called to preach, like beginning of March. Middle of March, found out I was having a baby. April come, lost somebody in April. May come, I get hit off the bike. I'm like, dude, So I got sat out from church because I was having a baby out of wedlock. Got hit off my bike. The barbershop opened. My daddy was being a knucklehead. I was going through relationship stuff. Literally was like, dang, I can't catch a break. Like, as soon as stuff started getting looking up for me, that's when the enemy come in and try to destroy it. Because you on the right path, you doing what you're supposed to do. So they attack you from all different ways. So that's why it's really good to have a strong relationship with God. Not even just about church, but have a strong relationship with Him so that you can be on the same page and that you are still giving Him the honor due. And that's one thing that I didn't do. I didn't try to curse Him because it was so many different other instances in my life where I felt like it was worse. And I'm actually still going through to build my testimony. And not only build my testimony, but to build up me and to build up my strength, to build up my character. You know what I'm saying? That turned me into Elijah. Like the real Elijah. And not know just somebody that can just do something, but somebody that they can depend on. Like a person called me, what's that, Saturday, called me for an event that was going on at the top of the line, City Barber was supposed to be at and didn't show up for the kids. And I was salty. Why? Because I ain't never really turned down an event, especially I ain't never really turned down an event for kids. But the fact that it was the same day, last minute, I had a full roster of clients, I couldn't do it. I was so disappointed in the fact that this is a mainstream person in the city who got the love, who got the clout, who got the support. Like, why, you know what I'm saying, are you not holding up your end of the bargain?
Right.
So that kind of looked bad on his part, and it kind of looked bad on the city part, because when people look at the city and you in mainstream, like they looking at you, you know what I'm saying, to set the foundation for a lot of other people. And I don't know why people be trying to be in competition either, because I'm not in competition with nobody. I'm in my own lane. But I just hate the fact that somebody, and I love the fact that somebody thought to even call me to ask me.
Right.
That just speaks for itself too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just to let people know that I really be out here in the grit, in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? Still giving back, because I'm still from the same community that raised me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't turn my back on them. Some of them kids go through so much. We got a program called Safe and Sound that we work with through the city that we partner with. They partner with the Milwaukee Bucks. And it's fun and do all that stuff that do like the Clippers. That's where I got my little Andis gear from. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Andis. You know what I'm saying? Matador Andis out in Sturtevant, Wisconsin. Y'all know what's up. If you ain't got no Andis Clippers, you trash. Babyless, they up there. But Andis, they locked in. You know what I'm saying? I mess with them. That's enough for
a free shout out.
Hey, man, hey, you never know. They might try to send me something.
Look, hey, listen.
They might send you something.
Look, hey.
Or cut a check.
Hey, listen. What's good? I need that. I need that like immediately.
Yeah. I've been using Andis since I started learning how to cut hair.
No, that's real.
They got so much stuff.
No, but you touched on some real shit though, man. Like the city, and again, like I always harp on that because I'm not doing this without understanding the city and just understanding what it did for me. So like just speak to that, man. Like you said, it's competition. Like I think one thing that brings the city down is the fact that everybody feel like I'm trying to be better, or I'm trying to like I gotta succeed, which means you can't succeed, as opposed to all of us succeeding and everybody doing it together, even if we in the same like field or industry. So just how do we combat that? Like how do we get better at that as a community in general, as a city?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. The problem is a lot of people be big headed. A lot of people don't know how to be humble. A lot of people don't have to understand that they need to understand that it don't just start with you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whatever the foundation that was laid for you, it's okay to give some of that back. Like, why you gotta be stingy, or why you gotta get on the pedestal when you start getting cold with your craft?
Right.
That you have to start kind of not really shitting on people, but more so dissing people and start putting people on the back burner that got you to the point where you need to be.
That's what it be. That's what it be. Yeah.
And then they understand. They don't understand why people don't support them as much as they used to, or you know what I'm saying, the love ain't there no more, or the you know what I'm saying, the grit. You know what I'm saying, it's starting to wither away, and you ain't got it under your nails no more. So now you starting to lose. You know what I'm saying? That relatability with people. That realness right there with the people, because you trying to get to another level, but you losing too many people on the line. Like, you supposed to lose people when you level up, but you're supposed to lose those people that was holding you down, not the ones that was building you to building them stairs with you. You know what I'm saying? Helping you get to that next plateau. Like, I don't understand. Like, when you get to the next platform, You need to be rocking and going hard, not just thinking, oh, because I'm here, I'm stagnant, I'm in a good position. And then next thing you know, your quality of your work start going down.
Trash.
Every time I touch a person's head, I feel like it's a new canvas. And I want it to be a new canvas because I want to still continue to grow. Dude, we be in here on YouTube in our breaks. We be watching all the new top of the line barbers. We be in Chukas. We be at the 360 G's. Like, we be on it, like, trying to just continue to grow our craft because the game don't really change. They just add to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, now they doing hair pieces. I ain't gonna lie, with the hair units be cracking. I ain't gonna lie. If I get
hair units, so like what you
if
mean,
I get to the ball to the point, man, hair units, fam, like a quick weave for a man.
A quick weave? What kind of?
Bro,
I mean, I
bringing Linus back. They bringing Linus back, fam. I done seen the man
that a 2-pack.
Man, listen, it's a lace front for a man.
So it's a lace front that basically. So is it lace front like
our real hair?
Wait, so it's a lace front like a fade, like a low fade?
Man, they can go into a fade, cut the middle of the ball spot where your issues at. They cut it ball, bro. Put the glue on there. Put the bonding glue on there. Make sure it's good. Put the hairpiece on there. Cut the hairpiece and style it. Wash it all to your thing. I think that's the win, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Ain't nobody coming in here. They gonna have a hard day coming in here. You know? And they on camera from every angle, in and out. It's a dog, literally. We on camera now, probably. Ain't gonna lie. But, man, it's this. If I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna move on from that because there's a lot of people that really be hating in the city, and it ain't no need to hate, bro. There's so much money here, bro, that everybody can, you know what I'm saying, how they own.
Yeah.
Like, hey, y'all be surprised how many clients I get from main big name shops that been around 20 plus in the game, like, did they part. And it's like, pass the torch. You established. Yeah. It's okay to pass the torch. It's okay to, man, my mentor, Barber, worked at G's, and he been hit, I think, 54 years of service. And I don't know, he might need to be retiring soon. I don't see why not, but he loved what he do. Right. And I think he gonna do it to the day he dies, which is a point in time where I want to be. Because you can do this for so long and you can start to lose the love for it. Yeah. I mean, with anything though, like you can do it for so long. Quarantine kind of did some good in that aspect. On the real, if you really look at it like that, I'll say a lot of money during quarantine. I was able to get a lot of work done. I was able to catch up. I was able to do some remodeling. I repainted this room. I added some stuff. Added some new equipment. I added a new person. You know what I'm saying? So it was like quarantine did some good. It actually slowed me down to the point where I wasn't overworking myself. And, you know what I'm saying, also slowing down as far as really enjoying the haircut. Because you get to a point where you just be like, all right, I'm finna get bro out the chair, get him gone, get him crispy, he good to go. But you miss the conversation, you miss the relationship, you miss the generational, you know what I'm saying, relationships that you build with these people's kids. Because now I got people that came and brought their kids. Now they talking about when they kids have kids, they bring, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's deep. It becomes a legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, on the real, some longevity in it. Like, that's really deep that I'm cutting this dude granddaddy. His granddaddy brought his son. His son ended up being my homie. Right. So now he coming to get cut by me. He just had a kid. You know what I'm saying? He's his kid too now. His kid just got his first haircut. Like, that's deep. Now they mama want to get in line because everybody in the house crispy but her. And she got a short haircut. Right. So it's like, that stuff be cracking, man. So some days I do actually be having families that come in and they all get cut back to back. And it's pretty dope. No, I can only imagine, man. And so I just wish the city would get on terms to the point where, you know what I'm saying, they'll stop pulling each other down like crabs in the bucket, you know what I'm saying, or the barrel, you know what I'm saying, and really just lay the platform where everybody can walk side by side. I love getting them phone calls from other barbers saying, what's happening, you know what I'm saying, how you doing, can we chop it up, I got some issues. Man, it's the top of the line barber in the city right now that I swear I think she's better than me. And she be talking to me, and I be going crazy. Like, you keep me in my bag. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you next up. And if you're not even already there, if you don't think you're there, you need to realize that you're there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got stuff that they want to work on and that they need to get better at. But once you see something in somebody and they continue to eat, you want to be a part of it. I ain't gonna lie. I just want to be a part of it. Even if it ain't even on my end, even if it's just some mental support, even if it's just, you know what I'm saying, some words of encouragement. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be a part of that because I see the growth. And I realized, I remember where I was at, because I still don't think I'm super cold. I swear, it's like, man, you watching YouTube? Man, YouTube is great when it comes to stuff like this, because you get to learn and be hands-on with it, because you can take that, I can watch this video and reciprocate it at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's super dope. And as far as the rest goes for the city, when everybody get off their high horse, they'll be all right.
Yeah.
They'll be all right. They just got to get off their high horse and get back to the root. And that's what a lot of people kept saying, that when we went to quarantine and they closed down the barbershop. Like, oh, you just going back to your element. You going back to the roots. You going back to the roots. But you don't understand, the roots wasn't always fun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The roots was not always fun. The roots is where I was learning. The roots where the gashes was coming in. And when I learned how to grab the blade right. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to put it on and stop cutting myself. You know, man, you'll be surprised how many band-aids I went through.
Nah, bro, I can't even imagine. But yeah, nah, but to everything.
I still remember the first time I cut your hair.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Dog, no. Oh, no, I always rely with
bro.
And I mean,
hey, remember you had that big old high top?
Bro, I tell everybody at school to this day, I don't know why they allowed me to. I don't know why y'all allowed me to.
Bro.
Actually,
hey, you had your own swag.
That's what everybody say, and like
that was cool.
But looking back on it, I'd be like, bro, why did I let my hair get this tall, bro? Like
it was hard to maintain that. Like, dude.
Cause I wasn't getting nothing. It wasn't like I had it, but I was getting nothing done to it. I was wearing it out. Like,
bro. Bro, what?
I mean, clearly, like, people can see that you are a comedian, you are a character.
Oh man,
but you were down. No, it's cool. But you're a down home person. But all of that makes you who you are. And so my final question that I ask everybody who I interview. So when you've known it since the inception of it, but knowing everything that I speak of when I mention qualified and everything I believe qualified to be, what makes you yourself qualified? Crispy cuts.
Oh man. I met this guy, and this is gonna be my last statement at an event for kids doing safe sound. He came in and he had some gear that said "Get it out the mud" on it, and if I think I got a mask around here somewhere, but I thought I did. It's not, but it was like it was mud, MUDD. It was like motivation, urge. What is it? Motivation, urge. I ain't gonna lie, I gotta get this because it hit me so hard. Motivation, urge, determination, and it's drive. Drive. You need all of that. And when he broke it down to me, it really made me take a step back and look at everything that I've been through, and to see how I got it out the mud, and how I did so much without, you know what I'm saying, being licensed, applying for school on 4 different occasions, and something happening every year to where I wasn't able to start school to go and become a licensed barber. My dad was almost done, where I was able to go back and start my apprenticeship under our own business, and then get mine, and something happened. He went back to prison and dropped the ball a month before graduation. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was deep. Like, you went through all of this straight A student and still do that. So it just gave me the position, or the idea to say, you know what I'm saying, I came from nothing and got blessed with so much to put me in a position where I shouldn't have had none of the stuff that I got now. I was picked out to be picked on, chosen to do what I do, from a man who sat up high and saw that I needed something to change my life before it got to a point where I was gonna be so messed up and I couldn't get out of it. And that was the mud. He threw me a lifeline and a rope, and it was the barbershop. It was cutting hair. It was learning about clippers. Like, I was tearing them things apart and trying to see what they look like mechanically. Like, I didn't get it tattooed on my arm just because I liked cutting hair. Like, you don't do stuff like that because you like cutting hair. I love getting up every morning to come to the barbershop, putting my key in the door, turning the light on, and cutting my first client at 9 o'clock. Like, and then work all day.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. And I really believe that's what makes me qualified, because You know what I'm saying? You don't have to just have something and think just because you got it and you think you're good at it that this is something that you can have forever. But you really have to have a genuine love for it to get up and say, it's not a job. It's something that that's paying me that I love to do.
Yeah.
And because if you start looking at it as a job, you're not gonna care about it no more.
Right.
So as long as I continue to keep that, stay humble, stay, you know what I'm saying, able to learn, stay teachable.
Yeah.
Because some people ain't teachable.
Very true.
But you gotta, my old head, my mentor told me to stay a sponge. When he
Got
told
to.
me to stay a sponge,
it
ain't hit me until like the first year. Like when I thought I was like, oh man, I'm good. Clients gonna come. Man, I started to see in 2 days out of the week, I only had like 2-3 people to cook. And I want to stay a sponge. And now I continue to stay a sponge, and we here now.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, if we keep going the way we going now, Preaching Plus Part 2 gonna be coming, and then Part 3 gonna be out of state. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, look good.
Watch me.
You gotta keep pushing.
Cause these guys be going crazy, bro. I love my crew.
Look.
They be going nuts, fam. Whether they like it or not, they be here, rain, sea, snow, hail, thunderstorm. The power went out one time. The whole neighborhood power went out while we was cutting hair. And because we had cordless clippers, we was able to finish them haircuts. Until they did it, the weirdest just called us like, hey man, power's gonna be out for about 30 minutes. There's a line down. I'm like, man, we done.
We good.
And it was just so happened to be like the last hour, because we closed at 5, but you know, we usually, I stayed till 7 to cut. But man, it was just like 4:40 something. We had no more heads, and we was all finna hit it at the same time. Power went out.
That's crazy. Yeah, man. As far as expansion, bro, we only 25, bro.
Bro,
it's more expanding to do. So when you say that, it's like, yo, look, this only the beginning.
Man,
Literally only the
25,
beginning. Right.
I be feeling like I'm so behind.
Nah, man, we just getting started, bro.
Man, we just getting started.